Okay, hi guys. Sorry for like Fetus face and like messy hair and nasally nasty voice, but I have really bad allergies right now and I am doing a makeup tutorial for beginners. So I'm doing my face starting off with no makeup and I'm basically going to be going through products and how I use them. So if you're just starting to use makeup or you just want to go back to the basics, this is what I recommend, and these are all drugstore products and they're all inexpensive because who likes to spend a lot of money? Okay, so I'm going to start off with cleansing your face. So I have 3 different things. So I have this, which is the Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. I'm going to say that you can get all this stuff at Target because I know you can. Basic cleanser, does exactly what it needs to do and nothing extra. I mean, it's not like the Neutrogena ones that like smell like grapefruit, but you can also get like, I don't know. I just recommend the Cetaphil brand. Next, I have makeup cleansing wipes. So this one, I actually get at Costco in like this big box. So if you don't go to Costco, I totally get it. This one, I know you can get at Target, and I'm pretty sure you can get it at Walgreens too. And this is the Yes to Cucumber Soothing Hypoallergenic Facial Towelettes. Next, I have 2 moisturizers. So I have the CeraVe moisturizing lotion, and this one is just like a pump one. And this is a really great moisturizer if you have sensitive skin. It's super gentle, and like for a beginner, I don't recommend using like a full-fledged foundation because if you're a beginner and you're just starting to use makeup, you probably don't need all that coverage and all that buildup on your face. But if you do want a little bit of coverage or a base or something, I recommend the Maybelline Dream Fresh BB Cream. And I have it in light to medium sheer tint, and it's just a light coverage. And then if you have like a red spot or an imperfection like me, then you can use a concealer, but I'll get to that later. So to apply this, you can either use your hands or you can use a beauty blender or a makeup sponge. So I really recommend this. If you do, however, want to use a full foundation, I have 2 recommendations here. This one is the Rimmel Match Perfection. The only problem with this one is that there's no pump, so you have to pour it, which can get really annoying. And this is a little too dark for my skin tone right now, but I still like to use it because I really like this one because it just applies to my skin nicely. So you really have to work on blending it into your hairline, which I'll show you in a second, and getting it down your neck so you don't have those nasty lines. The other one I recommend is the Almond Clear Complexion with Blemish Sheer Technology. And I have this in shade 100, which is the lightest. So I don't, however, recommend the powder that goes with it. So don't get that powder. I hate it. But I do like this one a lot, but not the powder. Today I'm going to show you how to apply this BB cream. So what I like to do is you can either squeeze a little bit onto your hand, which is way too little for my face, or you can actually, I put some on my finger and then I'll dot it. So where I like to dot it is like on my cheeks area, or you can take a blending sponge, a beauty blender sponge, or you can take like a triangle makeup like thing, and they're white, and you can get them at Target in like packs of like 25 of them. I used those for a long time and they worked fine. Tip for this or a makeup sponge is to get it a little bit damp so it doesn't absorb your product. So I adjusted the darkness and brightness for this clip a little bit so you can see it better. But so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with my hand, and I'm just going to start rubbing it around and just moving the product, and I'm going to put it on my T-zone, which is basically the top of the T is your eyebrows, and then your nose and down is the other part of the T. And then to avoid lines, you want to pull it away from your T-zone, so then you get it to like kind of more almost gradient, I guess you could say, so you don't get the nasty makeup lines. And then if you want to use the beauty blender or the sponge, you just want to take it in tiny little fast dabs all over your face, and then you can take the pointy end for under your eyes. And it's with the BB cream like this, it's pretty hard to screw up. So now I got all that blended in nice, I'm going to go in with a concealer. So I have a couple different recommendations. So they're kind of vary in price. So this is the e.l.f. under eye concealer and highlighter, and I got this for like $2 or $3. And they don't have e.l.f. at like Walgreens or CVS, but they do have it at Target. So I have this, and I would use this right now, but it's a little too light for my skin tone because it's summertime and I got tan. Well, and then the highlighter side, if you actually want to use it, and I don't actually use it that often, but if you wanted to, this works as a great eyeshadow base. If you wanted to do that also under your brow bone, you can apply it too. But the other concealers I recommend, I have the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline. I love the applicator on this. So you twist it and like makeup goes into the top, and you just have to like go like that and just see, I'm doing it. I'm going for it. So I like to just take it in a semicircle under my eye. I go kind of far down too, so I blend it in nice. And then you can also put it on your eyelid because my eyelids are a little bit nasty. And then to do this, I'm going to need to take my ring finger and blend it in, which is what I actually do. Or you can go back in with the sponge and kind of get down with that. The other concealer I have is the Match Perfection by Rimmel, and this is the same as this. Another thing I really like about this concealer, it's got really great coverage, first of all, and it's got this like brush applicator, so it's like a brush like built in, and then you just squeeze the product. But I'm just going to be applying that to my blemish, so I just like to dab it on in like a circle around it, so you can see I'm not just doing it in the one spot, I'm doing it around it too. And now I'm just gonna, you can either go in with your sponge or with your finger or whatever you feel comfortable with. Coverage, it will help, and this will be totally gone, but since the BB cream I use doesn't have that much coverage, it didn't, and that's okay. It just is a little spot, like people will get it. But so now I'm going to go do my other under eye circle because I only did one, and that's kind of weird. Next I'm going to do powder, and this is a totally optional step, but if you have oily skin and your skin gets shiny, this will help mattify it, but I have two. So this is the Revlon Photo Ready Translucent Powder. And so it's white, but actually when you use it, it goes on clear. So it just absorbs the oils, and then you can't see it. Then I have I also had this in a shade, but then my sister dropped it and broke it, so. But I did like that too. Then I have the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder. So this has like a skin tone shade to it, and will just give you that extra little bit of coverage that you're looking for. So this, I actually, when I put on sunscreen on my face and I'm not wearing any makeup, like if I'm going to the pool, I actually use this because I hate the feeling of my oily sunscreeny face. So I use this with a brush and just pat it on. It absorbs all the sunscreen oils, but the sunscreen still works. So, but for today, I'm going to be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. For using a powder, sometimes they'll come with a brush, like this one did, but I threw the brush away because I have nicer brushes, because you can see where the brush was. You can use that brush if you want, that's totally cool. This one did not come with a brush, but this brush that I like to use for my powder is by Eco Tools, and it was around $8, but this is a nice brush. I'm really sorry, I lost a lot of my footage. I don't really know what happened, but there's a huge chunk missing from what's supposed to be there. So basically what you're going to do with the powder brush is you're just going to brush it all over your face and down your neck with the powder. There's no really exact way to do that, and the only other thing I did that I didn't get on camera was I applied blush, but what I used was a cream blush, and it's the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush, which I really like as a cream blush. Also, I really like the Wet n Wild blushes, but those are super pigmented, so you have to be really careful with those, because I have a darker red one that's like more for like fall and winter time, but it's really red if I use too much. So, but the Dream Bouncy brushes are super easy to use, so you just open it up and you just take like 2 fingers and dab it on, and you're just going to want to apply it right there and up, so kind of like that. But I'm so sorry that I lost the footage. I feel so bad, and I'm like shooting this on my webcam right now, on my laptop, on my MacBook. So yeah. And then also, this was another segue that wasn't in there. I don't recommend doing eyeshadow or eyeliner as a beginner or filling in your eyebrows either, because like you're just starting, like you don't really need to do all that stuff. And eyeshadow, like if you want me to do a beginner's eyeshadow tutorial, totally tell me. This video was more for like just a basic look with no eyeshadow or anything. But if you want that, just like this video or leave a comment. But this video is more like basics. So next for beginners, I don't really recommend doing eyeliner. I mean, if you really want to do eyeliner, that's cool, but I definitely don't wear eyeliner every day because I'm really bad at eyeliner, but I do wear mascara every day. Mascara is my favorite beauty product, probably, because it just like makes you just look like so much better, so much more awake and stuff. So I have 4 different recommendations. So if you want a little bit of bolder lashes, you can use the Miss Magna by L'Oreal. I really like this one. The brush, I'm going to show you the brush, what it looks like, goes from smaller to bigger. So you just kind of apply it and then, yeah. This is the waterproof one. Next, I have the Maybelline The Falsies Volume Express. This is not a waterproof one, but I really like the brush on this one. The brush on this one is curved, if you can see that, so then when you apply it, like, makes your lashes nice. And Lash Blast by CoverGirl, and I don't think this is the waterproof version, but the brush is a plastic brush. It's not a hair brush. The other two were hair brushes. I like both. They're different, but I like both. And lastly, I have the CoverGirl Lash Blast 24 Hour. So they're the same, I think. And I don't know if they're the same or not, but I know this one is the same Lash Blast. They're the same bottle, but this one's just Lash Blast 24 Hour. So it's supposed to last a really long time, and I think it does. And I really like it. It's the same brush and everything. I'm going to be demonstrating for you today is a mix of 2 of them. So I'm going to be using this one, and I'm going to be using this one because they're 2 totally different brushes, but I love these 2 mascaras used together. So I'm starting off by taking the one that's in the black bottle, the 24-hour Lash Blast, and I'm going to be using that as a base coat. I'm just going to be blinking and pulling it up at the same time, and I'm totally doing the hand motions right now, but blink and pull it up at the same time. Then I'm going to be using the other one, and I'm going to be just doing the same exact thing, and I think they both work really great, and together they just like make a perfect look because the purple one curls it, and the black one just like helps it last really long. And then for the bottom lashes, I'm just going to be taking the one in the purple bottle and just lightly coating them and kind of separating them. I don't like to make them really that bold or anything. And then I'm just going to be moving on and doing my other eye the exact same way. This video, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.